Now then, guys, welcome to Strasz Gaming. I'm Luke. This is my Football Manager 24 save for Leicester City Season 3. Coming to the end of it, the last two games of the season. If you did not watch the last episode, just go back and watch it. We're continuing straight on from that. We have two games left of the season. We have Crystal Palace, and then we're finishing it with Newcastle. The aim of the game is to try and finish 8th and hopefully nick the last European spot for the Premier League, but we've lost 4 straight games. We need to win the next 2 games. We have to beat Crystal Palace, and then we have to beat Newcastle for us a chance for us to do that. So I'm just going to get straight into the first game because hopefully we can see what the budgets are and all that sort of stuff for the end of the season. So let's get started, shall we? Right, we're straight in. This is the lineup for the game. Perry's in goal. Justin, Sargent, Linhart, Christensen, McTominay, Dewsbury Hall, Youngs, Napan, Beniotti, and Bowyer up top. Nothing really much to say injury-wise. James McAtee is almost fully fit. Obviously, he came back from an injury, got injured during training before he came back. We are missing him massively. And Ivan Toney, he's coming back from an injury as well, but we're not missing him as much because he's been, so far, a £30 million flop for us, and apparently Brighton want him, and they're ready to spend £47 million on him. If that is the case, that'll be good because we spent £30 million on him, so if we make £17 million profit on a striker that's not been particularly well for us, it would be good. Right, we're starting the game. Hopefully, we can start bright and get a couple of good goals early on. I think there's a point in it between us and Newcastle. I think Newcastle are above us at the moment. Dewsbury Hall with the shot. I believe, Newcastle are a point ahead of us at this moment in time. If they beat Leeds and we win, it's going to be within a points adrift going into the last game of the season. And it's all to play for. At the moment, though, the way our form's going, I can't see it happening. Right, it's been an absolute poor first half. Nothing really has happened. You can tell by the ratings with no one's really done anything. Highlight just before half-time, 5 minutes to go. Hopefully it's not as gifting Crystal Palace a goal. The Newcastle game is 1-1 at the moment, so they're only 2 points. Oh, that was just poor from Bowyer. What we don't want is to lose Newcastle to win, and then it'll be impossible. We'll finish 9th, and then it's just a case of don't fall out of the top 10. Oh, that's a nice pass. Beniotti's in. He scores. It's a deflected goal, but what's it matter? We finally take the lead. Beniotti, he's replaced Martial today out on that wing, so I want to just see how he can do on the left hand side. But as we score, Newcastle go 2-1 up against Leeds, and it is Football Manager doing Football Manager things. It's going to be an interesting last day of the season, isn't it? Which is nice. I wouldn't have thought we would have had this. I was more expecting to go for it's going to be a mid-table season. I'm not really going to show you many games, and I haven't really. I've kind of rushed through this third season because nothing really to play for. We got knocked out of the cups early. We're not in Europe, so this is just hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm going to say I'm happy. Try and keep the team upbeat, but yeah, we're just trying to progress, and we've got more points than we did last season when we got promoted, which is good. The only issue is we have to finish as high up as possible because money is the issue. We're in a lot of debt, and not a lot of it is transfer debt. I think £4 million of it is transfer debt. The rest of it is just all their debt. Beniotti's in. We get another goal. I think it's offside. Beniotti looked offside when it came across, but we'll just have to see. It'd be nice if it's not. It's awarded. Yeah, get in. Right, yeah, so like I say, we're struggling financially, so we either need a takeover. McTominay, though, ball over the top. Beniotti slots it across to Bowyer. He scores 2-0. Oh, we're up in 8th. It's 2-2. Newcastle are drawing. We go a point ahead of Newcastle. We have the better goal difference, and we go into the last. If this stays like this, these results stay like this, we go into the last game of the season trying to stay in 8th place. But I am going to have to make some substitutions. 70th minute. I'm going to bring Napan down here. Drewsbury Hall's not having a great game. I'm going to bring on Sally. And then probably Youngs is not having a good game. So I'm going to put Beniotti out on that left-hand side and bring Martial on. Can he play as a winger? Just out of interest. Yes, he can. He has got the ability to do that. So I'm going to play him as a winger. I don't really want to change the roles as much. Right, we've got a corner. I'm going to make some more subs though. As of late, I'm normally a stickler for making every single substitution quite early on. If the team's performing well, I'm not too worried about doing it. I realise I've got 2 attacking playmakers on the pitch there. Let's not do that. You can be his attacking midfielder. This is probably what's going to mess it up. Sally's going to drop deep now with McAteer coming in, and then James Justin's having a good game. You see, everyone else now is having a good game. All I'm thinking is Newcastle game. James Justin for Gazebo. He can do that. There we go. You'd have thought I'd have learnt his name by now, but I think he'll be going in summer. So, yeah. Oh, we're dropped back down into 9th. Why have we done that? Oh, Newcastle are winning their game now, 3-2. That's it, though. We've done the first bit. We've managed to get the win. Beniotti and Bowyer on the score sheet. Well, Beniotti got the assist. Lucas Perry is 7.4, proving he's been such a good signing for us. He's only saved three shots, but yeah, we deserved that win. Well done. We played a lot better in that second half. We managed to get a goal just before the end of the first half, which really boosted our team talk. Neymar managed to get a 68th minute goal against Leeds. So it's going to be Newcastle-Leicester to fight it out of who's going to get 8th spot. The best thing about going into the last game of the season is we're not going to drop out the top 10. West Ham can't overtake us. Man United finished in the 11th. I wonder if we can get some European football, if we can steal maybe a couple of Manchester United's decent players. We're just going to have to wait and see. But we say, well done with that. Let's go rest the team. We're going to go into the last game of the season. Oh, what have I just done there? I've just done something weird with the team. Anyway. Last game of the season. Let's just give them a bit of a rest. I don't know if anyone else rests. Does anyone else do the resting after the games? I do it just purely because I just think it works. Newcastle. Let's just get straight into it. We've had 6 players called up to the World Cup. We've got Ndidi, we've got Sargent, Bowyer, Waltfast, Christensen and Mads. All been called up to the World Cup. That's interesting and that's this season. Just a handy little, just have a look at some of the players there. So, Newcastle, the biggest game of the season. The one change we have made is James McAtee is coming in. He's been playing as that role all season. As the attacking midfielder. But do an advanced playmaker instead. On support or attack. I don't know if that's the best thing to do for him. Young's can be attacking. We're going to try it. So yeah, that's the one change that's coming in to the last game. We have got, do you know what? Before we do that, I need to show you the youth intake we got. Tom Daniel Williams is a 16-year-old world striker that looks like he could be really, really good. With dribbling a 15, finishing his 11, first touch 15, he has got all the attributes here to be an advanced forward. He's at 5'10", not particularly the tallest, but his teamwork is good. His work weight is good. His determination, though, unfortunately, is 4, which could let him down a little bit. And then, not that guy. There's someone else that we signed. We didn't sign many of them, to be honest with you. And I think this guy, Hanslow, we've offered him a contract, another striker. Not particularly great, but Tom Daniel Williams, we need to try and get him into the squad or send him out on loan next season. just have to see what we can do. But yeah, right, Newcastle, let's just get straight into it. I'm not pissing around. We've managed to get a win after losing 4 games in a row. Just looking at this Newcastle team, there's no Neymar. There is no Neymar for Newcastle. Neymar's wanting to leave Newcastle as well next season. I'm not obliged to signing old good strikers. Neymar can bring some revenue into the club. But yeah, massive game. Do you know what? I've just thought Everton are 2-0 down. So we could actually go up into 8th place if we lose, we're out of 8th and Everton go above us. But if we draw, Newcastle go 7th and we go 8th. I mean, why not? McAtee is struggling out there, but we're risking him. He's been such a good player for us this season. I need my best players on the pitch right now. Youngs loses out. James McAtee. I think I'm going to take him off at half-time if he's not having a good game. It was a risk with him. Probably should have brought him on in the second half instead. Or Everton have pulled a goal back against Man City. Liverpool, by the way, have won the league. There we go. It's just before half-time. I thought we were going to get in there. Drewsbury Hall plays it to Youngs. Finds Justin McTominay. I don't like it when we play through the middle. We're not particularly great. But Youngs is in. Youngs just skies it. And it's gone out of the ground. That's how bad of a shot it was. 0-0 at half-time. I'm proud of everyone. They're not happy with me being proud of them. Let's just make this change. I think Napan's going to come on. He's like the wonder kid. He was on the wonder kid list. I have to play him. He's going to be a star for us. He needs to play more next season. He's obviously been second fiddle to McTominay and Drewsbury Hall in the midfield. But if we can't sign James McAtee next season, I think Napan is going to be the one that's going to sit in that spot, play him as the attacking midfielder. And hopefully it will do as well. Scott McTominay, he scored some blinders as well for us this season. I think he may be on goal of the season for one of his goals he scored. But it's us again. Drewsbury Hall. Cross comes in. Linhart, McTominay. Youngs, edge of the area. Shoots. Hits the bar. Christensen picks the ball up. And that's the end of the highlight. But I'm going to make a couple of changes. We're going to bring on Yusuf. Youngs... Benati's not having a good game. I might take him off and bring on Martial. Martial, by the way, this is his last game for the club. We're not renewing his contract. Even though he's had a good season this season, I don't know if I should try and sign him. I don't know if he's agreed to go anywhere else. We'll have to have a look. He's on a lot of money. He's £150,000 a week. We're in. We've scored. Is he onside? The ref's got his finger in his ear. I think he's off. I'm not celebrating it yet. But I tend to always get these wrong. It's been awarded. Get in. Right, we go 1-0 up. James Justin plays it out to Youngs. To Napan. To Makoko. And... whoa, we go 1-0 up. That's a big goal for Makoko there. We also dumped Newcastle into 9th spot. Oh, come on. No. We're going to give... oh, I thought we were going to gift Newcastle a goal then for a second. Right, Christensen's not having a good game. We're going to bring on Lucas Pitton, who hasn't been playing as a great. He's a bit annoyed that he's not played much football for us this season, which is understandable, but Christensen is just our main right back. And then we've got... I don't know whether... that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap you over, drop you down there, bring on Sally, put you as the advanced playmaker, put you as the attacking midfielder. Yeah, we're going to do that. So we're taking off Scott just because he's on that yellow card. I don't want him to be sent off. We've just got to hold on for the next 30 minutes. Annoyingly, though, if we'd have won any of them 4 games that we lost recently, and I know it's stupid saying that in football, but we could have ended up easily in 6 this season. We've shown some promise towards the end of the season. The start of the season, at one point we were rock bottom, so it's good. Oh, Mokoko's in. As a shot goes for a corner, a save from Nick Pope. Mokoko, again, I bought him on loan just as a backup because Bowyer got injured. I've not really played him. Dortmund aren't particularly happy that I've not played him. He looks like a hell of a striker. If we could get him on loan next season, it depends. Yeah, if we can get him on loan next season, he could be our main striker. I doubt Dortmund will let us loan him, though. We'll have to just see if they want to do it. But Newcastle on the attack. Can we defend well? We do defend well. Oh, my God. We play it across goal, though. That's just dangerous. Martial, though, he picks the ball up. Goes past one man. Martial's doing this by himself. Is he going to get his head up and have a look? Martial does. Napan's in. He scores. That is cemented 7th place. As long as Everton are still losing. 91st minute, going to 92nd minute. Napan smashes it home. We're in 8th. Everton have managed to pull a goal back. Everton won 4-3. Everton have just won 4-3. We just had a very, very, very good game. We just shut Newcastle out. We deserved the 2-0. 2.1 on XG. 14 shots. 9 of them are on target. Napan getting the goal. Mokoko getting his goal. There's a couple of players that potentially have played their last games for us. But I think 8th place is enough for Europe next season, for that Europa Conference League that we played when we got first promoted. Obviously, we didn't do particularly well in the league. Here's confirmation. Everton, 4-3. 87th minute goal from them. That's dropped Oh, my God. Man City have dropped into 5th place. Aston Villa up into 3rd. Tottenham finished 2nd. Arsenal finished 4th. Relegation, Watford, Sunderland and Brighton. Leeds finished 11th. They've done well. And Tottenham beat Liverpool, the champions, at the end of the season to go up into 2nd. Aston Villa drew. Arsenal lost. Man City lost. I mean, Everton have really done Arsenal a favour there by knocking Man City out, haven't they? That is bloody fantastic. I'm happy with that. Now, we need to just have a look to see what we're going to have next season budget-wise and see if we are in Europe or not. Arsenal will not be taking part in the Europa League place for the FA Cup this season after qualifying for the Champions League. The place will instead be taken to the next eligible Premier League spot. I don't know if that means us. Champions League, Europa League. Okay, we haven't got confirmation that we're going to be in the Conference League. Pan, I'm going to praise him for his goodness. Right, I'm just going to keep continuing on. We're going to see if we get our bonuses, the end of season stuff, and then we'll end the episode there. We've been given £25 million for finishing 8th. Finances-wise, that really doesn't help much. We're £94 million in the red. We actually had transfer budget still to spend, but I couldn't bring anyone in for £7 million. Breaking news. Pep Guardiola has been sacked by Man City. Hell, that's interesting. So we have got the budgets have been set. Here is the email. Budget set. Initial budget set. We have got to spend £53 million. 2.7 million on wage. What does that give us? It's pretty much not a lot what we're spending on wage at the minute. It gives us an extra 100,000, so we'll have to just move that around a little bit. 50 million, I'd say, is good. Have we got some transfers coming in? We do have some transfers joining us. I can't remember signing this guy. I don't think I signed him for much, did I? From Germany. He's not had a great season from Red Bull Leipzig. I think I meant just placed him. He's just going to be a backup midfielder. He's coming in. And then we've got Jans as well coming in. I think these are just some youngsters that I signed just to see, like, his stats are okay, but it was just a backup striker. But other than that, yeah, that money is going to be probably spent on trying to get in James McAtee. It'd be stupid not to with his 14 goals in his 26 appearances and his 7.2 rating. But enough of that. Let's just see if we can get the accolades for the season, and then we'll end the episode. Here we are, the end of season review. The new arrivals. Let's just have a look. I'm sure I just clicked it then. It did. So, we have got... Who has been... The signing of the season is Lucas Perry. Do you know what? I'll take it. He came in halfway through the season. 17 appearances. Yeah, I'd say so because he kept the clean sheets. He did really, really well for us. 16 games and only conceded 16 goals. 7 clean sheets he kept. I'll actually take that. I understand that. That's good. James McAtee, he'd be the next best, I would say. 30 appearances, 15 goals, 7 assists. It's been absolutely amazing for us. Sargent we brought in. He moaned that he wanted to play more football, so I gave him the opportunity to play, and again, he shored up our defence when playing. Really, really happy with him. Adrian Boyer, who we had on loan, he scored 14 goals for us. Only a C, though. The board aren't particularly happy with the money that we paid for him. I don't know if he is... What's his contract state like at Chelsea? Okay, a while. I don't know if we re-sign him on loan again next season or try to look to sign him. I'm not too sure. Scott McTominay, Scott, anyway, I keep saying his name wrong. On a free from Man City. He's been a rock for us in midfield. I'm very happy with him. Philip Linhart, whatever his name is anyway. He's played majority of the games at centre-back. He's been okay. Not particularly amazing. He's got... We could replace him, but we're probably not. To be honest with you, he's done all right. Napan, the Wonder Kids, we signed. 2.9 million we signed him for. Not really played that many games, but next season he is going to be playing a lot. 25 games he played, 3 goals. Reports-wise, he's going to be an absolute class player. We need to get him into the side next season. Possibly, if we don't sign James McAtee, he's going to come in and play there. Sally, he wanted to leave. He's not had much football, but again, he's been a solid player for us when he has played. He's played 29 games, actually. Scored 2, 4 assists. Not particularly anything too amazing. Ivan Toney, the flop of the striker, though. This is probably the flop of the season. 29 games, 6 goals. He should be scoring loads of goals. He's wanted... I brought him in to be our main striker. 32 games, 5 goals. 6.66 average rating. Not done particularly well for us. What we're going to have to do is just have a look. Say if people come in for him to buy him, then yes, we'll take it. But I'm not going to get him and gone straight away. It is his first season at the club. He is learning Leicester City. He's 30, yes, I get it. But he's still in his prime, so we can still score goals for us. Especially if we're in Europe next season, we need the depth in the squad. So I'm not going to look to sell him. But if we do, I want to get the money for him. Makoko, great signing from Dortmund just towards the end. He actually, he looks good. Regular starter. His reports could improve a lot. He only played 9 games and got 2 goals. I didn't really give him the chance. So if we can get him on loan again next season, which I doubt because Dortmund didn't enjoy me playing him, that would be good. Lucas Pitton, again, we signed him. He did all right for us when he played. 24 games, not particularly, nothing to shout at him about. We signed this dude. He's played a couple of games for us. And then James Hill, we signed him for £8 million. he will be going out the door. It was just a backup who we didn't particularly need. To the season results, we finished 8th. There's confirmation. I don't know if we're in the conference league thing yet for Europe, so we'll just have to wait and see. Wait for that to tick through, but I'm sure we will be. I'm sure 7th and 8th get it, so I'm hoping we'll be in Europe that way. We finished 8th. The season just started just terrible. We had Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea for the first 3 games of the season. We lost all 3 of them games. We turned it around by beating Manchester City and Aston Villa. And if you have a look how good that Aston Villa team is, they're in 3rd place. Burnley, and then just run of form. It was just not great until we had got to the back end of the year. Finished January, we got the new goalkeeper and we had a massive run of form. 4 games in a row lost there against Everton and Leeds. Everton, Leeds, Tottenham and Sunderland. Sunderland got relegated, Leeds are mid-table. It's just one of them ones. If we'd have just drawn against Sunderland, you know, if you just have a look at some of these results, potentially we could have been fighting for 6th place. Goal of the season is Scott within the first minute of the game. I did say it was going to be Scott. Let's just view the goals. It's the first goal. I think it's an absolute wonder strike, this one. I think it does deserve to be goal of the season. There were a couple of good goals, but this season I think it's an absolute screamer at the edge of the area. He just picks it up and smashes it. Top corner. Yeah. Wonderful goal. Deserves goal of the season. Well, I think I remember when it happened, I was like, that's going to be goal of the season. Biggest win was 5-1 in the FA Cup. Match to remember is 2-1 at the beginning of this season against Man City. The finances are absolutely terrible. We've not improved on the reputation. We've got no new sponsor deals. No new sponsor deals this year. We're down almost 30 million in sponsors. We're down 90 million in broadcasting. That's terrible. We're up on corporate competition prize money. We're up on a match day commercial retail. We're down on that, so we're just losing money there. 90 million on broadcast revenue is awful. I wonder if that's because we weren't in Europe. Shirt sales: Drewsbury Hall, Tony in the Pan, Martial, Baniotti. Only 24,000 shirts sold, which is not great. We need to. If I get a Neymar, I reckon that will go well. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of money. It'd be ridiculous to sign him, but it's nice to get someone like that just to sell some shirts. How the team lined up. The team of the season, would we agree with this? Rick in goal? Possibly not, actually. He played a lot, but you'd put Lucas Perry in there. James Justin, Linhart, Sargent. The back four's there. The midfield duo, Drewsbury Hall and Scott, have done really, really well. That 3 pair in there, Youngs, McAtee and Martial. Youngs, by the way, this season has been incredible for us. He's only got 8 goals, 5 assists. He's not on a 7 rating, but Beniotti's not been anywhere near as good as Youngs. Youngs has been performing, done well, and Bowyer, and he's kept fit all season as well. Right then, fans, player of the season, James McAtee. Young player of the season, James McAtee. Sign of the season, Lucas Perry. Goal of the season, Scott. We saw that. Top goal scorer, James McAtee with 15 goals. Most assists is Youngs. Most player of the matches is James McAtee. Highest average rating, James McAtee. Most passes completed in Sargent in midfield. Record breakers. Most player of the match awards in a season, James McAtee. And worst discipline with 19 yellow cards for the ball-winning midfielder. Yeah, that's going to happen, isn't it? Competition awards, we haven't got any. Looking this, the team was just built around James McAtee on loan from Man City. With Man City not getting Europe, I would say they would want him in their squad next season. We have done well. We've performed. Leicester performed well from the very beginning. Their early season football was a joy to watch. No, it wasn't. We played absolutely woeful. Not really much to say on this timeline. The only notable thing is in the first season when we won the Carabao Cup and we won the league. Other than that, it's just been a bit meh. So we're making positive signs to see what we need to do. I'm just going to have a look to see if it says anything about Europe. Club expectation meetings, what are they wanting us to do? Finish mid-table next season, that's required. We can do that. Working towards top half finish. Record a top half finish. Okay, yeah, we can do that. We'll accept that. End of season meeting. I'm not going to do that just yet. I don't know if we've managed to get into Europe or not. Let's just have a let's have a quick look. So if I go into this, who played Champions League football for a second this season? UEFA Champions is Newcastle's in the final for this, by the way. Then we're looking up Juve. Oh, Juve beat Aston Villa in the final. That must have just been played, has it? Yeah. And then we've got PSG versus Real Madrid for the Champions League. So we haven't got the spots. We don't know if we're going to be in Europe or not next season. But we're going to end the episode here on a high. Obviously, club finances, we're £94 million in the Reds. £53 million of transfer budget we can spend. We've got some players. If we have a quick look, actually, and I'm going to do this very quick because the episode is going on. Let me just auto-size all columns because this does my head in. I'm going to have to download something. So, players' contracts that are expiring. Daka, you'll probably be looking, he'll be going. Luke Thomas doesn't want to sign another contract with us. Martial looks like he'll potentially be going. The free loanees aren't going to be kicking around. And that is it, really. Player-wise, that are probably going to be leaving the club. Daka will be probably looking at leaving. And you scroll down it and you have a look. There isn't really anyone else. Samoa is not played as many games this season. We have got some other players coming back in. I may look to see if we can get some money for him. He's on 100k a week, so it'd be good to kind of get him off the books a little bit. Like I say, he's done well, but he's not played this season. And other than that, Ivan Toney would be the other one that's kind of showing that he's wanted. Youngs as well is wanted by some other players. And some other teams. Luke Thomas looks like it. Well, he'll be going on a free anyway. Sargent is wanted by... yeah, no one particularly that big, so it's fine on that. We will just quickly go into the development centre. If I actually do this and then go not at club. Right, okay, so we've got players that are out on loan. Ali is going to be coming back. He could potentially be the backup to Luke Thomas when Luke Thomas goes. Tom Cannon, we need to look to sell. He's not had a particularly great game. Well, he's scored 11 goals at Wigan. Wanya, his contract is up with us, I believe, anyway. Yeah, his contract's up. He'll be going. Ben Nilsson, I think he's a Premier League player. He can play as a backup player in the Premier League. He's not as good as what we've got, but I don't know what to do with Ben Nilsson. I might give him a chance next season off the bench playing some of the cup games. Origi, is he going next season? We've got him for a bit. I think Origi is going to come back. We're going to have to look to try and sell Origi. Ndidi, as well, contract-wise. He's got another year left on his contract with us. How's he done on loan? He's only played 3 games out on loan, so we need to try and potentially sell Wilfred Ndidi. He's been a solid player for Leicester, but he does need to look to go. Walt Farce as well. Is he going? What's his contract details? Yeah, he is. What did Feyenoord do? Finish third. So we've got Walt Farce coming back, looking like he's going to go. Harry Winks as well, contract detail. Harry Winks' contract is up, so we won't see him. And then what I want to do is we've got some youngsters that have been out on loan. So we go to the squad here that I'm thinking Sammy Baybrook, I think will be able to sit on our bench next season, depending on who we bring in. He'll be good to just sit around the squads. Probably play some cup games. His vision, his teamwork look good. He's off the ball. His just stats look good for a deep line playmaker, be an advanced playmaker. Can he be a box-to-box midfielder? He can, other than his finishing. So Sammy Baybrook might come back in. We might use him from the youth system. We'll do this. We've got Will Alves. Again, can play out on this right-hand side. Not particularly that great, actually. So we may look to sell Will Alves if we can. And then we've just got the youngsters that have come through. Daniel Williams. Charlie Taff, who we saw at the end of last season. I think Taff, I'm going to look to loan him out, see if we can get him out on loan to a National League club or something like that, see if he can actually fulfill his potential. But other than that is going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. This is the end of Season 3. I've not edited any episode of Season 3 yet, so I've completely finished Season 3. Season 2 is just being uploaded onto YouTube as we speak. Season 2 is, that is. So I'm going to be a bit behind, so I just need to crack on with getting these videos edited. It won't take me too long, so hopefully we can crack on with that. And then I'll start Season 4. I don't know how long this series is going to run onto YouTube, but I'm going to keep it going until I feel like it comes to an end. If we win the FA Cup or the league, I feel like if we win the league, that could be a nice ending point to the season or to the series. But yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you are new here, please leave a like and subscribe and comment. That'd be lovely. But yeah, that's that. So I hope you're staying safe wherever you are. Take it easy, and I'll see you in a bit.